Alright, concurrent viewers 1. I'm not sure who those concurrent viewers are, but the fact I have one concurrent viewer is still pretty nice. Yeah. Hello. It's been. How long has it been? Let me just check. It's been either 5 or 6 days since the last stream. I apologize for that, but the last couple of days have been a bit busy. Um, I've either been outside the house or I've been inside the house, but the only chances I've gotten to be inside the house were quite a while ago. Oh, I forgot I unlisted all my streams, so I have to go check in the playlist. But yeah, this was. Um, there we go. That was about. Oh, it was only 5 days ago, so that's not that bad. I thought I might have almost been a full week by now, but yeah, I'm back. It's just some stuff got in the way, but and I mean, like, there are some days I could have streamed, but like those days I only had like 30, 40 minutes, and I wouldn't really be into it. So I think it's good I waited because today I have nothing going on. Tomorrow I go back to school. This school week will only be 2 days, so I have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday because my weeks are shorter, but my days are longer, so it adds up to about the same thing. And but here this first week, I just go back on Wednesday, and it ends on Thursday. So I only have about 2 days, and they're probably shouldn't be too intense since they're just getting back to school. At least I'd hope they aren't, because this whole summer I've pretty much been at work. Uh, 4 out of 7 of the days, and then like the other days my siblings were being loud or other stuff got in the way. So I didn't have a very amazing summer. So I would very much appreciate it if the first 2 days back at school weren't too intense, and then everything after that was, you know, intense enough. But I don't know. Maybe it'll be easy. Maybe. But yeah, I'm gonna play this last time we left off, or I left off at least. Um, Hold on a sec. Like, give me a second here. I'm starting to wonder if maybe this is unlisted. It's probably not. But if it is yeah, no, it's public. Okay. Well, if it's public, then people should be here. But no one seems to be here. But yeah, for anyone who needs a recap, who's watching this after it's already gone up, in the last stream, essentially what happened was it turned out that Pecco was the murderer. Again, if you don't want to be spoiled, you shouldn't be watching Danganronpa 2 streams. And yeah, Pecco was the murderer. She also turned out to be Sparkling Justice, who it all turned out to be more crazy than we thought. And she's not making any sense anymore. And apparently Mahiru was an accomplice at the murder 2 years ago, and so on and so forth. And just a bunch of pretty insane stuff that I didn't quite understand. And I just figured, okay, well, this is so crazy, and like the rest of the trial is going to be kind of downhill from this point since we've already figured out the mystery. So yeah, we still have an execution to do, and we still have some chat after that, and then we'll have the game again, and we'll have some free time events or whatever. Try not to get a shot by Mikan, and yeah, all right, all sounds good. So yeah, we're only about 4.5 minutes into this. I didn't waste too much time. Let's just start. I'm tired of dilly-dallying around. I apologize for any noises that sound like a water bottle, because that's exactly what it is. I crave water, so I have a water bottle. Let's see here. Oh, I started saving things at the very top, right? I keep forgetting that I'm already to the point where, yeah, stuff is at the very top now. Alright. Yeah, 8/12, yeah, that was 5 days ago, which is when I last streamed, so alright. Let's do this. Yes, it is. Of course, people are going to have to argue about this for a while, but it is a reason to condemn you.
Whatever. Let's hurry up and vote so we can freaking kill this weird, crazy bitch.
Okay. My right earbud is being weird again, so I'm going to have to just turn the volume up on this a bit, but it won't turn up the volume for you, just me.
There's no way you can kill me. Justice can never be killed.
Yeah.
You should all know that as well.
Yeah, all of it is just nonsense. She's just bluffing for time, or she's too insane to actually defend herself. Let's just get it over with.
What are you saying?
Nothing.
To protect what's most important to you, you must be prepared to throw away something equally important.
What are you protecting?
Understand? I don't get it. I don't get it at all.
No one
Then
does.
I shall be direct. Justice must carry on.
So that's why you must die. It's very simple. Do we have to convince her that justice is killing her? Is that how this works?
In order to keep justice, to keep me alive, you all must give up your lives.
Or we kill you and we don't give up our lives. Would that be equal?
Are you serious?
It's not serious. It's justice. If I fall here, who will combat the evils of this world? Now, follow your hearts of justice that reside within you all, and save my life to protect justice. Hurry and carry on justice.
Okay.
Give me a break! Who's gonna die for you?
Nobody. She is.
If we let Peko go, we're all gonna get killed.
Just kill her already.
For the sake of grand justice, a few sacrifices are unavoidable.
Oh my god. Kill her.
A few sacrifices? Don't worry. The justice that you give your life to protect will never go to waste.
When Stephanie Shay, I think it is. I think it's not Shay. Shay sounds bad. I don't know. When Ms. Stephanie sounds very very distraught. Her Mikan voice actually gets deeper, because if you listen to her voice in real life, it's quite a lot deeper than Mikan's, as no one's really as high as Mikan in real life, like both on drugs and their actual voices, but like because she's in Your Name. I watched that about 6 months ago or something like that, and her voice, the voice she uses there, is closer to her natural voice, and it's quite deep. So like when you hear Mikan get very scared and like borderline hysterical, it actually gets somewhat deeper, like just a little bit, because like while she's trying to maintain the hysterical sound, the pitch goes down, because she's trying to maintain two different parts of the voice at the same time, and it's difficult. Hello there. Yeah. I'm just mentioning this because you'll notice it does get a bit. Mikan's voice gets a teeny bit deeper when she's like really like, right now she's freaking horrified, but like sometimes she's horrified but slightly less horrified, and it's about the same pitch.
I can't stand her anymore. Let's vote already and execute her.
Just thought I'd bring that up because I did notice it.
However, before we do that,
No offense, Stephanie. It's a good performance. It's difficult. It's difficult to keep a pitch. It's very difficult.
Monokuma, the vote! Hurry up and let us vote already!
Like that's why I quit trying to do character voices, because they're just too freaking hard.
I'm awake!
he finally woke up.
Now can we kill this person already? I was about to say a bad word, but let's just say person.
I've heard your story. Well, I wasn't listening, but who cares?
Alright, kill her.
Now then, please pull the lever in front of you and cast your vote.
Alright, well she's probably gonna be stabbed by a ton of swords, like just a ton of
Who will be chosen
swords.
as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
I don't know, man. Ibuki kind of sus. I'm sorry,
Such
That's not
heart-pounding
funny at all.
excitement.
but you get what I mean. Yeah, like you understand what I mean. It's like, because in Among Us, like there's always like an obvious vote, but then like no one chooses it. Yeah. All right, thank God. In Danganronpa 1, when a character is voted and when we get to the execution, YouTube always copyright.
Can we please have a little more time?
Oh Jesus Christ! Not again. And all right, well, I'm gonna save right here just because it seems like a good place to save. I was gonna say that you might not. Whoever I can't save. I'm just gonna mention whoever is watching this who is not Harper, because Harper already knows this. The executions in Danganronpa 1 are so similar to the executions in Danganronpa the animation, because they're the exact same, although they are reanimated. They're every, action, every movement is the same. It's just different animation. Because the executions are so similar, YouTube detects that as being from Danganronpa the animation, and YouTube does not care if you use video game footage, but it does care if you use TV show footage or movie footage. So when I used whenever there was an execution in the last game, my stream got claimed, even though it shouldn't have been claimed because YouTube doesn't care about games, but like it's so similar to the anime that it detects it as being actually from the anime, so it's stupid. So it's a good thing that Trigger Happy Havoc is the only game with an anime adaptation, because if all the games had an anime adaptation, then every time there was an execution, a stream would get claimed, and I don't want to deal with that. Because then I have to oh no OOs. Then I have to literally trim out every single execution in every one that's been claimed, and like simply trimming out the executions takes a while. Like there were 3 false executions in one Danganronpa trial, if you remember. In that episode, I had to trim out 3 different segments because those 3 different segments were all from from the animation too, and that was annoying. And they're not actually from it, they just...
Pardon me. Can we have a little bit more time? Please let us continue our discussion.
I hate this, but let's... They're not exactly the same. They are technically reanimated, but they're so close, it detects it as being the same. It'd be like if I did a parody scene of Schindler's List, but all the camera angles were the same and all the cuts were pretty much the same, and then it just detected it as the same scene and then claimed it. Like, that's... well, that would show that I did a good job, of course, but it's like, it'd be annoying because it's not technically the footage.
Continue our discussion? But isn't the voting over?
Should also be noted that I would combat the claims, but because there are so many of them, I'm at risk of my entire channel getting deleted. Because if the claims don't get accepted, they could become a strike. And first there's a warning. My channel's already been warned for something that happened in the past. And then you have 3 additional strikes. So like if 3 of my videos were striked, then my channel would just be gone. And I'm pretty sure if 2 of them are striked, I can't upload anything. I'm pretty sure if 1 is striked, I'm limited to 15-minute videos, and I can't stream for 2 months, or even 6 months, I think. Which would mean that I'd have to move on to... I'd have to create a second account just for streaming, which is probably not the worst thing in the world, but it's kind of annoying.
Yes, but I cannot help but feel strange. Something about this is definitely strange.
Huh?
Strange? What do you mean? There's no doubt that Pecco is the killer.
I'm not sure what's strange, but I'm always interested in random plot twists.
That is true. However...
As a serial killer enthusiast, you're wondering if Pecco is really sparkling justice, am I right?
Yeah, well, she might just be a disciple.
Huh?
Yeah, this isn't really important, but whatever, let's
Hey,
go.
Miss Sonia isn't a serial killer enthusiast. She just has a little more passion about them than most.
Well, I mean, some might call that enough.
That makes her an enthusiast.
Not necessarily,
Honestly,
but maybe.
Felt strange to me too. I mean, there's a distinct difference between what we know about sparkling justice and Pecco, right?
Yeah, let me just check before... I really don't know, but I might as well check. Sunwitch Espirito. Not that I know of. Did she call her something other than the Sun Witch Espirito? I don't know, something like that. I really don't know what he's getting at, but whatever. But yeah, Pecco is definitely the killer. It's just something's weird. But alright, fair enough.
Distinct difference?
I doubt it's distinct.
You know, Sonia describes sparkling justice like this.
Justice complete! The center of justice that is pierced by justice! The lead star of justice that shines in the night sky!
I really don't remember Pecco's rant all that well. Was she talking about the day sky? I don't know.
That would be me. Sparkling justice!
Yeah, I really don't remember. What the heck was that? That is Sparkling Justice's catchphrase. An unknown serial killer has a catchphrase. I read it in a magazine in the library. There's only ever been one person, a journalist, who has interviewed Sparkling Justice. The article was written in their native language, so I tried translating it. Tried. Apparently you succeeded. Well, it was just a translation difference then. It's no big deal. I see, so that's what it was. I think I've got the difference between the serial killer and Pecco. Gender, nationality, special ability, height. Well,
I see.
nationality. All right, a different
That's
language.
According to what Sonia said,
Okay, so she's not Sparkling Justice. Then who is she? Is she just someone who believes she is Sparkling Justice, or is this just
the
a
article
ploy?
was written in their native language, so I tried to translate it.
Yeah.
If she had it translated, that means it wasn't written in English, right?
This is the part of the game where, like, they localize things to such an extent that they have to say that it's English, which, in total fairness, JoJo did a thing where they said that in Part 5, they said that the characters are speaking Italian. It was in the dubbed dialogue. They said, your Italian is pretty good, when they were clearly speaking English. And then in Part 3, they said that another character said that the other character's Japanese was good, even though in the dub they were speaking in English. So, I mean, like, it's a bad situation either way, because canonly, they should really all be speaking Japanese. That being said, in this version of the game, they're all speaking English. So what are you really gonna do, you know? Like, but in the first game, Chihiro did mention that coding in Japanese is particularly difficult, you know? So I think a different localization team handled this, because I think they were translated at about the same time, and just the one for the first game opted to say that all the characters are speaking Japanese, even though it definitely doesn't seem like it. Here it seems like everyone is speaking English. They say that they are, even though they should be speaking Japanese. It's a confusing situation, but there's really no right answer. Everybody loses, so I respect the decision to say written in English, but it's a weird situation.
Huh? Yes, the magazine I read was written in Spanish.
Spanish. Okay, cool.
So, Sparkling Justice's catchphrase was no doubt written in Spanish as well.
Well, I mean, Spanish is okay. Like, Spanish is hard, English is hard. Every language is hard, but it's Spanish to English, English to Spanish. Aren't those some of the easier languages to learn and switch through, you know?
Which means the journalist and Sparkling Justice are
both the same person. Interesting. But yeah, I'm just saying though, it's like, it's not hard to believe a person can speak both Spanish and English, both Spanish and Japanese, or Japanese and English, or any combination of that. That's a bit weird, but you know, Spanish and English not so odd.
Spain?
Or Mexico. All this time, I completely misunderstood. When I first heard about those serial killers, Genocide Jack and Sparkling Justice... Ah, you mentioned Genocide Jack, who's actually Genocide Jill, but whatever. I just assumed both serial killers were from the same country, but that wasn't the case. If so...
Pecco, you're not Sparkling Justice. There's no way that's possible.
Well, she's not Genocide Jill, because Genocide Jill has gone east or something. She's not in this game, so who is she?
Or, if you insist that you're Sparkling Justice, can you try saying that catchphrase in Spanish?
Would
Do
you
it.
be able to do that?
Do it.
It appears that the time has come for this mask to come off.
So, was she just pretending to be Sparkling Justice to, like, trigger something else? I don't... Was she going to get, like, the insanity plea if she, like, suddenly started acting like Sparkling Justice? I don't understand.
However, that's perfectly fine. It's no longer necessary.
I know it's like I was saying, it's just it could very well be possible she speaks in both Spanish and English. And as I was saying earlier, I was about to gripe the game for saying that for Hajime talking about people speaking in English, but again, it's a weird situation because you say they're speaking Japanese, you're wrong because all the characters are technically speaking in English, but then you say all the characters are speaking in English. And then at the same time, you're also wrong because the game takes place in Japan, or at least very close to it, so all the characters should be speaking Japanese. So it's like, no matter what, you're wrong. And it's just, there's no good answer. So I respect the decision to say English, and it makes the most sense, because saying a character is speaking Japanese when they're not is pretty funny.
And even if you find out now, it's too late for you all to do anything about it. My duty has already been finished.
Once again, I have no clue what you're
My
talking
duty
about.
as a tool has already been completed in full.
Alright, so she's like a worshipper, a sparkling justice. Okay, alright, that makes sense, I guess.
Uh-huh. Looks like she's back to normal?
Yeah, she's definitely a really weird worshipper of sparkling
That
justice.
mask has fulfilled its purpose, just as I have.
What do you mean? Fulfilled its purpose? Too late? What are you getting at?
Now that you've already cast your votes, is what it means.
Yeah, let's just cast the votes already. If we think about this for too long, we'll all go crazy. Huh?
Hey, be clearer. We're asking you what your purpose was.
To carry out the wishes of sparkling
I
justice.
have no purpose. I am just a mere tool.
For sparkling justice, am I right? Does she worship sparkling justice like a god?
Tool? What do you mean?
Like, you know, the Schindler Jews worship Schindler. Okay. They all Schindler saved all their lives, so that makes more sense. Stabs you. But this makes no sense at all.
She called herself a tool, which means someone else used her then?
Sparkling justice?
Of course. A tool cannot do anything on its own.
I don't know. I mean, it depends, really. Like, if you are on the top of the Empire State Building and you drop a saw, eventually the saw is going to hit something, and what is hit will probably be cut. But I guess, you know, gravity did that, so maybe it didn't do it on its own. But then your brain controls what you do. So do you do anything on your own? I don't know.
I see. I finally understand. Well, I did have a sneaking suspicion all along.
Or does she serve Junko or something like that?
What do you mean?
I mean, besides Peko and Hyoko, someone else was also at the beach
Oh,
house.
someone's still here.
Someone else?
There is proof that establishes that fact. Try to remember it.
Uh-huh. The proof that there was one more person at the scene of the crime. The surfboard case, the footprints, the metal bath, the body discovery announcement.
I see!
Yeah, I knew that would come into play later.
Talking about the body discovery announcement?
Alright, who else could it be?
Yep, that's right. I mean, didn't Monokuma say so earlier?
So what about this time? Is it 3 people, including the killer, or not? Alright, these flashbacks are always really confusing to me, because in the context of the game, they're standing behind the desk, or whatever you want to call it. But here, they're always standing away from the desk, and it's like... I guess it might have been too hard to have taken, like, a sort of in-game screenshot of them behind the desk. It's just sort of weird how they're positioned here, because he wasn't here when he said this, so it's kind of strange. Geez, fine. You want me to say it? It doesn't include the killer this time, okay? All done. But he was wrong.
That announcement is made when at least 3 people discover a body. And in this particular case, the killer, Peko, is not one of those 3.
Yeah?
If that's the case, it would mean only Hyoko and Kazuichi discovered the body, but...
I see. That leaves us one person short.
Well, who else
So
discovered it?
that means there was one more person in the beach house.
Plus, the fact that Monokuma tried to hide that truth from us by being flexible with his own rules. That's such a vital clue that it could alter the outcome of the trial. Like an accomplice, for example.
No, that's not it.
Wait, so Fuyuhiko was being really nervous about this earlier. Would he have to
Huh?
be part of
Am
it?
I wrong?
Oh, well, what is it?
Yes, from your basic way of thinking about it, you are wrong. Didn't I tell you? I'm just a tool. That means I'm just a simple tool to be used by that person.
Okay, well, this isn't helping. Huh?
Therefore, that person would have the strongest motive out of anybody else here, right?
So Fuyuhiko? Yeah, Fuyuhiko was very much being strange about this. But who else has a very strong motive? Yeah, no, and I'm just choosing Fuyuhiko. I don't even know.
You're the only one!
Yep, definitely. That's why he was defending her
Fuyuhiko?
earlier. That makes sense. Because if he were an accomplice, he wouldn't want to be found out as well. Yeah. There's no way that he was just defending her to defend her. He's not that type of person.
I see. Now I finally see the connection. The connection between the motive and the incident.
Right, because he was involved in the incident, but Peko had no
But
idea.
even if it's the motive, it's just a game, right? There's no reason to believe it's even true.
Yeah, but is there any proof Mahiru had anything to do with it, though?
Would you call a game like that a strong motive?
Like, it doesn't make much sense. No, the events that occurred in the game should have definitely occurred in real life. There's overwhelming proof of that, too. Well, where is it? It was, well, there's that. There's... Well... Yeah, I guess this is probably the best one. But that's a picture from real life, and it also happened in the game. Alright, well, what about this?
I can prove it with
Okay,
this.
well, I guess either picture.
I didn't think it was necessary to confirm it if it didn't have anything to do with Mahiru's murder, but there's no doubt that game is based on actual events. That much is clear if you saw the ending prize.
Alright, so that must be Fuyuhiko's sister then. Well, why would he want to kill Mahiru? What did she have to do with anything?
The photos awarded for beating the game are not actual in-game screenshots. They're all actual photos, with the surrounding scenery cropped out. You knew all along, Fuyuhiko, didn't you? You knew whether or not the first victim in the game was actually your little sister, right?
She doesn't look that little in comparison to Fuyuhiko, but fair enough.
Because whoever beat the game first and received the ending prize.
Hey, what's that envelope? What's inside? I really don't remember this, but it definitely happened. Shut up. What makes you think you have any right to question me?
It was the envelope, right? The person who received the ending prize. It was you, wasn't it?
Why did he go from saying envelope to envelope? Is that... I mean, I don't mind how you pronounce it, but at least be consistent there, bruh.
If you were shown a photograph of your sister's dead body, you'd have no choice but to believe it. Even so, you wanted to deny the truth. That's why you sent those photos to Mahiru to confirm it.
Hey! Why are we talking about Fuyuhiko? Who cares? 'Cause Peko is the killer, right? But we already voted!
That's why I told you. You're all too late. As I said before, I exist as nothing more than a tool. I had no motive for killing Mahiru. No reason to kill. Not even the will to kill.
So Fuyuhiko pulled the
I was
strings.
simply used as a tool. As long as I am a tool, I cannot defy my orders.
So is Fuyuhiko the ultimate hypnotist as well, or something? I don't understand.
Hey! What's going on? Can anyone give me a simpler explanation?
You really are just a meaner Hina, aren't
It
you?
means I'm not the killer.
Well, you are, but yeah.
The true killer, who used me as their weapon to kill Mahiru Koizumi, was Fuyuhiko Kuzuryu.
Alright, well, I'm not sure what sparkling justice has to do with any of this, but that makes sense.
What the hell?
I see. That's what you were aiming for all along.
So now this makes even more sense. He didn't just help her out. He was literally the mastermind behind this. He orchestrated everything. and if everybody were to find out, that'd be a big issue. So he had to shut her up before he made himself look bad.
No, I have no aim. But my young master does. My young master planned this from the start.
The start?
Young master?
That is the truth of this case.
All right, but you're definitely both going to get killed, though. I mean, there's no way that only one of you is going down. I mean, if you were so willing to follow his orders, both of you were definitely getting executed.
I'm sure you realize it by now, but it's too late. You cannot undo the vote.
Well, no, yeah, that's the main thing. Is like, even if you had nothing to do with this, we all already voted.
That's a problem.
It is, but screw it.
If Pecco's allegation holds up, that means our vote was incorrect.
Well, then we'd all be killed. But this is just chapter 2 in the game, so that can't be the case.
In that case, the person who gets to live is...
Fujihiko. And no one else.
That's nuts! No matter how you look at it, that's completely insane!
Yeah, but we have 4 more chapters left.
How would Pecco be a tool in the first place?
I don't know, but we have 4 more chapters left. So, either we continue the game as ghosts, or Monokuma changes his mind for just this one trial, or something.
Pecco is a legitimate human being!
Technically.
That's not for you to decide. It's for Monokuma.
Yeah, now everyone should... Following the rules, everybody should be dead right
The
now.
votes have been cast. All we can do now is wait and see what Monokuma decides.
But I'm sure he'll change his mind. He's the type of person who'd do that. Idiotic bear.
What the hell?
Yeah, what the hell? Well, let's see what points, what grade I got. I mean, it probably wasn't that good. C. Well, that's average, at least. It could be a lot better. Alright. I suppose, not going into...
I'm in a bind. And what a bind it is.
Alright, well, it seems like you've said nothing else, but alright, that's fair enough. It is an entertaining game if you just shut up and watch or play, so you don't really need to say anything. Anyways, I'm gonna save. I'm not done. I'm just saving, but yeah, this is weird. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense now, because before I really had no clue why Fujihiko would be so loudly defending her, but he wasn't really defending her, he was defending himself.
I guess for now, let's take a quick recess. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
Alright, is it a commercial for the next game? Although there were some twists and turns along the way, the one who killed Mahiru Koizumi is... Hold on a sec. Okay, I'll wait. So sorry, I'm just hesitating. Well, if it was still technically Pecco at the end of the day, then Fujihiko, despite orchestrating it, I mean, she's the one who committed the physical action of murder and went along with it. So wouldn't our votes still technically be correct? I don't know. It's an interesting question, but technically speaking, she did hit her with the bat, then hide all the evidence, then walk off, which was our criteria for who committed the murder, really. Like, our criteria is not, oh, I want you to go commit this murder for me. That doesn't make any sense. Our criteria is you have to commit the murder. It doesn't matter if you're brainwashed or not, pretty much. And so Pecco should be the one executed.
Hey!
There's no need to hesitate, no matter how you look at it. Pecco's the killer. Well, okay, well, now that he said it, maybe I was wrong, but you understand my point. Why?
Hey, hey!
Why? Well, it's obvious. You're not a tool. You're a friggin' human being.
Well,
If I'm a human, then I'm not a tool. If that's what you're saying, you're wrong.
you just
Because-
don't know.
You just don't know. You just don't know that there are people who only exist to be tools. Oh, well, you don't have to get all political about it. People such as myself only exist to be tools.
Hey,
What does she mean, Fujihiko?
Yeah.
Pecco and I grew up together. Oh. Are you two childhood friends then? Well, friends probably would be a weird word to describe it, but something like that.
No.
No, it's completely different than that, definitely. Right after I was born and abandoned by my parents, the Kuzuryu clan took me in. Alright, that makes a lot of sense.
I am nothing but a tool.
They gave me a reason to exist. I am to fulfill my duty as my young master's property. Oh, Jesus Christ. The Yakuza is pretty weird.
What?
Property, you say? I thought slavery was banned. Japan's a weird country, I guess. It means she's a hitman arranged by my clan to work directly under me. Oh, okay. Wait, so even if we're not killing her for... even if she didn't commit this murder, and we got it wrong, we'd still rightfully murder her for the deaths of, like, 50 other people, okay?
If my young master is attacked, I must defend him as his shield. If he intends to kill, I must be his sword.
Huh. It's weird to think of them as about the same age, but I suppose that's true. He's like sitting in the Godfather chair.
That is my only reason for living.
Yeah, except the Godfather chair actually, it's a movable chair. You can adjust the seat. In the beginning of the Godfather 2, Michael is really bobbing in his chair a lot because he's calm on the outside, but in the inside he's really angry, and you can sort of see the chair move with him, and that wouldn't happen with this chair. It's in place.
Before I am human, I am my young master's tool, first and foremost.
Well, that's pretty gross.
Until this body of mine can no longer move, I shall fulfill my duty until the very end.
Yeah, well, if you're stabbed by 50,000 swords, it probably won't be able to move. At least not on its own. In the front is Michael Corleone. In the back is Tom Hagen.
That is...
You are wrong. You are not a tool, Pecco, but you are. Because if you are a tool, then what all that time? Then what was all that time we spent together? Oh, it was a ploy by the Japanese mafia. Or the Yakuza. Just... I don't know. I don't know what it was. Yeah, nothing. I was ordered by my young master to behave, just as I was ordered to interact with you all. Well, this is really, really weird. I don't like this at all. I mean, you know, I do feel bad for her, though, because, like, she could have had self-worth, just like, sorry for silence, it's fine, Pecco 47, yeah, you know, I do feel bad for her, though, because although she has no personality now, I mean... Under better circumstances, she could have been normal, just like anyone else, and she could have made her own decisions for herself, but, yeah. And I don't want to say normal, because there's this really big... I don't know. I don't want to say normalism. There's probably a word for it, like being bigoted against weird people, or something like that, but, you know, there's this whole overarching theme in the game, that's sort of, supported by Hajime, where like weird characters are made fun of even if they're not that weird, and then normal characters are not made fun of, even if they have their own weird parts, you know, even if they have their own unique, sometimes immoral quirks. So I don't want to say normal like it's the be-all end-all, like, you know, Hajime's goal with Mikan's free time events was to make her more normal, and that's kind of his goal with any free time event, and that's the sort of thing I don't support necessarily, so I don't want to say normal. It's just, you know, under better circumstances, she could have made decisions for herself. It's not a normal thing, it's just a human right. Under better circumstances, she would believe in her human rights, but despite having them, she doesn't recognize them, and that's pretty sad. What? Our professional relationship doesn't exist on this island. We're just fellow high school students now. Right after we arrived on this island, that is what my... Oh. Young master ordered me to do. My left earbud keeps coming out of my ear partially, and it's pretty annoying.
You fiend.
That is why you're hiding your relationship, you mean?
No.
It's not as if that started the movement we arrived on this island. That started the movement... It's not as if it started the movement we arrived on this island. That started the moment we arrived on this... Why did I read that as movement? I don't know. Weird. Before that, my young master has always told me to hide our relationship. My young master loathes relying on his household's power. He even hates me, the tool given to him by his household.
I am nothing but a tool.
No matter what I am told, I am nothing but a tool for killing. If my young master intends to kill, It is only natural for me to act as his tool. Then the one who tried to kill Mahiru wasn't you, it was Fuyuhiko?
Damn it.
It is what it is. When I thought I beat that game, I was suddenly given these photographs.
Damn it.
I don't understand. Why is my sister in these photos?
Don't fuck with me.
And she's covered in blood. What does it mean? Why can't I remember? How come I don't even know if my sister is dead?
You...
Tried to confirm it with Mahiru, and that's why you wanted to talk to her?
So,
Yeah, I sent her the photo because I wanted to make sure she'd respond, but she never replied back to me. Not only that, she started avoiding me too. I'm pretty sure Mahiru was confused too. I mean, we all were. Before anyone played the game, we didn't even know this incident had happened. That's why even if we were told we're connected to it, there's no way we could accept it. You know, when Mahiru spoke to Ibuki, she mentioned something about this. Oh, I forgot she refers to herself in the third person. Or, well, sometimes she does, at least. It's like, some characters do that sometimes. It's, I don't know. Some people find it cute. A lot of people find it annoying. I tolerate it, I guess. It depends. Really, it really depends. Sorry, I actually have plans to go to the beach with everyone.
Oh my!
Wait, huh? You're not gonna go, Mahiru? If you want to talk about it there, it'd totally be fine. It'd be totally fine. It's pretty important, so, you know, it'd be troubling to involve the others.
Huh?
You sound pretty serious. Serious or not, I can't really do anything about it on my own, so I wanted someone to think about it with me. If I need to make amends, I would, but I don't even know how.
Are you serious?
It definitely sounds serious. I can cancel my beach plans for you. No, it's fine. It's important that everyone gets along, anyway. Just tell them I'm not feeling well. Plus, it doesn't have to be today. There's always tomorrow.
Oh.
She wanted to discuss how to make amends, but Hiyoko was the only one who accepted her invitation, okay? I should have gone too. Make amends for what?
but...
But it was rather convenient for you, wasn't it, Fuyuhiko? If you could make use of their plan to meet each other alone, you could easily lure Mahiru into a trap, right? By calling both of them to the beach house, you were able to pin the blame on Hiyoko.
What the?
Heck. An eye for an eye. That's the world I live in. My little sister was murdered. If the reason that happened was because of some person here, I have no choice but to kill that person on my sister's behalf, right? Yeah, but how it would have anything to do with Mahiru is beyond me.
And so...
My young master thought of a plan and executed it. I wanted to use a bat as the murder weapon because in the game, that's what was used to kill Girl E. For revenge, clubbing the person to death the same way my sister was killed just seemed to make sense. Even if it ruined my disguise, it was the only thing I could do to avenge my sister.
That is...
So that is why you killed Mahiru with the bat? But still, I believed her till the very last minute. That game was just a work of fiction. But even so, that bitch.
Hey,
If that game is actually real, are you the one who killed Girl E?
Why, you...
I don't want to hear about that.
but...
The fact that your sister was killed is terrible. It's unfortunate, but
Why?
you shouldn't have killed that girl.
Shut the hell up!
Who cares about that? Just answer me. What do you know about that game?
What are you saying?
You had no right to do that. Bro, just answer the man, and then he'll leave. I accidentally peeked the microphone for a sec. I apologize. Nobody has the right to judge others for their crimes. Revenge is just wrong.
Jeez.
Want me to be honest? This whole time, I was acting like a coward. Even after I called over Mahiru, I was still trying to find an excuse to not go through with the plan. But after she said that to me, that all went out the window. I got really pissed and grabbed the metal bat that hid under the bench, but at that moment, young master called for me and made me kill Mahiru. Huh?
Young master, I am finished.
Well, this is weird.
What?
Are you saying that you killed because you were ordered to? A tool is not defined by its will, but by its actions. I don't get this at all.
Of course!
Well, of course you don't understand, because humans are completely different from one another. Everyone's birthplace and upbringing is different. It's obviously impossible for them to understand each other. So everyone just pretends to understand and pretends to be understood. Yeah. I even forgot his frickin' name. Well, who am I to talk about this then? Okay. Hajime is incapable of understanding. It was one of the H's. I'm thinking of many H's right now.
Quiet.
Hey, you're too annoying. Can you just be quiet?
Yes, indeed!
Okie dokie, I'll be quiet. Well, he's not wrong. Afterward, just as my young master planned, I proceeded to tamper with the scene of the crime. However, I also considered the possibility of being found out. So in order to get you guys to make the wrong choice, I decided to make use of that serial killer story.
It cannot be.
You insisted that you were sparkling justice in order to make us hasten our votes. So we fell for it. We fell for a trick all along. That's right, you guys have made the wrong decision. You voted me, a mere tool, as the killer, unaware that my young master was the true killer, but you did commit the action itself. Like, I mean, am I wrong? She did technically commit the action, technically speaking. I'm not sure if Monokuma cares about plans. I think he really cares more about the killing act itself. But I don't know. I feel like even if it were wrong to kill her, technically speaking, she's in such frickin' 47 swords. She's her life has been so miserable and pathetic that killing her right now would honestly just put her out of her misery. I mean, all she could do after this is continue to serve Fuyuhiko until she dies. So, aren't we kind of making her free like this, relieving her of that burden? I don't know. It's a morbid thing to think about, but I feel like it might honestly be nicer of us to kill her than to let her live in her state.
That's obviously wrong.
Don't act like our loss has been decided yet. I'm feeling weird.
No.
No, it should be decided already. Isn't that right, Monokuma?
This is troubling.
I'll admit, all this talk about Peko being a tool sounds pretty persuasive. That's what I thought. When you approach it from various angles, it makes sense that Fuyuhiko is actually the true killer. Well, hold on. I'm telling you to hold on. I see. So for Peko, Fuyuhiko himself is your true hope then. On his behalf, you killed Mahiru, and now you're trying to sacrifice us so that you can protect him. You would only go that far because he's your one and only hope.
Wrong.
I have no hope. I am just a tool. Well, even if we ask her, she'll probably just play dumb anyway.
Now then.
So I'm going to ask someone else. Hey, Fuyuhiko, what do you think?
Huh?
About what?
Hey.
Is Peko just a tool to you? Using that tool, surviving by sacrificing Peko and the rest of us, is that your hope?
What?
Shh.
Hold on.
What's the use of asking something like that?
What?
Huh? You seem distressed. A mere tool doesn't panic like that, right?
Jeez.
Peko, be honest. Are you trying to protect Fuyuhiko of your own free will? Well, way to dig deep, Nagito. I mean, you might be right. Might be right. Sorry, my throat is just really dry. Like, I have water with me, and like, after I talk for a while, it gets really dry. I used to drink a lot of water at work, but now that I'm at home, and I'm actually streaming more, I've actually stopped doing that. It's kind of stupid. I should really do it more often.
Hey.
Fuyuhiko, can you tell me the truth? The fact that she killed on your behalf, the fact that she lied to us by acting like the killer, are those all things you ordered her to do? Is that the truth?
Huh?
Fuyuhiko?
Yeah.
I know you hate our guts, but if you listen to Peko, we're all gonna die.
Young master.
You just have to tell the truth. I was only following your orders. You just have to tell them that. Stop saying I. Fuyuhiko. You mentioned this before, but in this kind of situation, interacting with others will just shorten your lifespan. Those idiots. Byakuya and Teruteru are proof of that. Plus, it'd be frustrating to be held back by affection when it's my time to kill. You're saying that, of course, I'll sacrifice the lives of everyone here if it guarantees my survival. You don't really feel that way, right? You're not that kind of person. Because if you were, you wouldn't be hesitating like you are now, right? Wow.
Young master!
There's no need to hesitate, young master. Please just tell them the truth. Young master, you were the one who ordered me. I just did as I was told because I am a tool. Fuyuhiko, this could be considered your ultimate choice. Regardless, either way, you'll still lose Peko, but Jesus, Nagito is quite the sadist.
Hey.
If you insist you're the killer, just as she said, you can sacrifice us and survive alone. Or, would you rather reject Peko and fight alongside us against despair? Which one will be your hope? Let's hear what you have to say.
Damn it.
Young master, I am finished.
You
What the hell did you do? You already know, right? What's going to happen after you kill someone?
I did it because I know. There is no way I can let that happen to you.
Hey, Peko. Do you remember what I told you when we first arrived on this island? Our professional relationship doesn't exist on this island. We're just fellow high school students now. You need to run. Got it? Just let me take the fall so you can get away.
Young master, that is impossible.
Shut up! I'm ordering you not to worry about me!
There is no way I cannot worry about you. I am my young master's tool. A tool to protect my young master. Without an owner, a tool serves no purpose.
God damn it, we are done with that crap! Why won't you listen to what I'm saying?
Regardless, I will not flee. Besides, I'm fairly certain they'll discover the truth soon enough.
Then, why did you...
I have a plan.
Huh? A plan?
Please do not worry. I promise I will keep my young master alive and return him safely home.
You idiot. What do you intend to do?
I intend to fulfill my duty as your tool. Now please, go! Hiyoko will be waking up soon.
No, she's dead.
After you leave, I must block the door to the road with Mahiru's body.
Let me correct myself. I said nah, she's dead because I got Hiyoko and Mahiru mixed up. Mahiru is dead. Hiyoko's just asleep.
Hurry!
Damn it. You better run away. Got it? Just forget about me! Forget about the Kuzuryu clan! You better escape!
Well, steep. So how about it, Fuyuhiko? Please tell me the truth.
Sorry.
Peko, I guess I couldn't go through with it after all.
Young master!
I'm a disgrace.
If that's actually what I have to do to survive, I just feel ashamed of myself. I mean, I can't live without depending on something. I just feel disgusted with myself. And if I admit that, it means you really are just a tool to me. How many times did I tell you I don't want a tool given to me by the Kuzuryu clan?
Young master!
Uh-oh.
So this is how it turned out.
Too bad.
And here I thought it'd be more brutal and heartless. Man, how disappointing. Which means everything happened thanks to her meddlesome actions. There's no way a human that meddlesome could ever be considered a tool. Oh yeah, technically it's true.
Hey.
Monokuma, you knew all along, didn't you? You knew about what Peko and Fuyuhiko discussed.
Jeez.
Well, it's obvious now. I mean, that's why you have surveillance cameras. You were just having fun, huh? Man, even if it was an act of desperation, Peko's claim was surprisingly interesting. You're actually the first to try to influence the outcome of the trial like that. But too bad. You're definitely the killer. Peko, the tool with a heart, is the killer.
Sorry.
I'm sorry I couldn't fulfill your request, even though you did all to provide me the chance to survive. But I had a feeling it would turn out like this. Huh? Oh, not again. Huh?
Young master!
You have a kind heart, despite being a Yakuza. That's why you question your position and constantly worry about it. For you to sacrifice someone else just to escape by yourself, I believe you wouldn't accept that so easily. We've been together ever since we were children. Even a tool would understand that.
What?
Then why?
Even so.
Even so, I wanted you to escape. Oh, shoot, I skipped that. Sorry.
Peko.
I am terribly sorry.
I will not be able to serve by your side until the very end, young master. Very sad.
Bye.
Yes, goodbye. I'm sorry for what I've done to you all, too. It may be a selfish request, but please forgive my young master. Well, I'll try.
And please, do not cause a senseless killing such as this ever again.
Well, we still got 4 episodes left, so that's a bit difficult, but we'll certainly try. Of course. That will do, Monokuma. Why don't you start it already?
I will never feel despair.
Just so you know, I will never feel any despair. As long as I am a tool, I'm fully prepared to die. Yeah, it's already proved that what you did was conscious, so let's just ditch this tool nonsense, eh?
So cool!
But will you be able to maintain that composure until the very end? People who act as proud as you always shed tears of despair at the end. Let's begin.
Young Master Fuyuhiko.
Please permit me to make one final selfish request.
So,
Didn't I tell you not to call me young master?
I want you to remember.
The tool Peko Pekoyama, who used to stand beside you. I would like it if you remembered that. That's it. How many times do you have to keep... I don't need any tools. You did say that. Then let's begin. The punishment time brimming with despair.
jeez.
Why don't you get it yet?
Thrills, chills, kills!
For the ultimate swordsman, Peko Pekoyama,
Why?
you stayed by my side all this time. Why don't you get it?
Now then, I prepared a very special punishment!
I
Never needed a sword or a shield.
never needed a tool. So... You didn't need to become a tool.
Oh, it's
Let's
irritating.
give it everything we've got!
You just needed to be yourself.
This is actually genuinely sad, and I'm just making jokes out of it. I apologize. It's my coping mechanism.
I never wanted a tool. I just wanted you. Only you.
Yeah, actually, this is genuinely sad. I admit that. It's well done.
Master?
Why? Why couldn't you understand? We've always been together ever since we were kids!
Let's go! It's punishment time!
Please, Peko. Don't go! I need you! Don't leave me!
Young Master? Young Master?
He was even crying out of his nostrils. Alright. Let's see if my computer can run this. I'm sorry if it can't. Yeah, it probably can't. It waves. Peko herself. Ah yes. Swordsman Monokuma's. That's very weird. Uh-huh. Again, I very much apologize for any lag. My computer can't really run this myself, so there's naturally going to be some for you. I very much apologize. Oh, jeez. Ow. Oh, God. Ooh. She cut his eye. Kakyoin. Kakyoin. It got Kakyoin. It got his eyes. Okay. Ow. It's literally, but it spliced his entire face, too. Like, and his eye. Oh, my God. Ow. Peko's like 18. Meanwhile, she's got gray hair. Lamau. I cried during this, to be honest. Many. Look. I can't have every response you have. Okay, but I understand what you mean. God damn it! All right. Well, I was gonna probably quit just right now, but yeah, my brother left the room, which means that I'm gonna have to wait for him. But yeah, anyway, I was getting 50. I said 50,000 swords actually, foreshadowed by you. But yeah, Jesus. I understand crying during this. I didn't cry during it, but there was some welling in my eyes. I felt like I could cry, but I wasn't fully into it. But you know, it's it is genuinely sad. It's unfortunate their relationship couldn't bloom. Like, he only got to confess actual feelings towards her when she died. That was well, about to die. Yeah. God, she cut him in the. That was, good God. Well, that was a great twist though, like, because. After all this, you know, he was about to kill Mahiru, and his punishment was he lost an eye. Holy, ow!
That is
Even Fuyuhiko. Well, I mean, He only lost an eye. This is bad. This shouldn't be allowed. People dying so easily, falling like dominoes. Bastard, what is this? This can't be. This is a lie, right? Peko! Whoa, 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 whoa. Fuyuhiko! Whoa, 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 whoa.
Such a waste.
For heaven's sake. This is just the worst. Jeez, what a waste. This conclusion, what a waste. This is why. She should have just discussed it with me. It was supposed to be a clash between two hopes, but it was crushed into something so unpalatable.
Oh.
You're still talking about that? The hell's wrong with you? Aren't you pissed that 2 of your friends got killed?
Such despair.
I am pissed. Oh, I never expected him to say that. I feel sad and hopeless, but still.
Isn't that right?
It's going to be alright. This despair is worthless. And with that, I'm going to have to save, because although my brother is hogging the bathroom, even though I really shouldn't, even if I go to bed late, I should really, really shower for my first day of school. So yeah, well, first day back at school. 11th grade. 11th grade. 11th grade. 11th grade. I'm getting close to the age of a Danganronpa character. Maybe one day I'll get murdered. Yeah. All right. Anyways, I'm gonna quit now. I have about 8 minutes to shower. Well, now 7 minutes. Yeah, a whole hour stream. That was I enjoyed that. It was very good. It was very emotional at the end. It was very cool. That was a great twist with Fuyuhiko losing his eye and maybe dying due to blood loss unless Mikon treats him. That was, I never knew they had a relationship. That was very sad. Very, very sad. I almost teared up there myself. Very, very sad. Very, very sad. I'm almost tearing up right here, right now. It was very, very sad. I acknowledge it. Terrible. But yeah. I like it when the game, like, dares to be sad, not just like, oh, I'll freaking kill everyone. Like, when it's not being murderous and sexual, it can cut really deep. And this was very sad. Very sad. Let me stress this. It's very, very sad. But yeah, I'm gonna quit streaming now. I look forward to playing this tomorrow when I get home from school. Yeah, because there's no time in between the day, like at break at school, to do this. There's no time at all. Even if I brought my computer to school, the internet would be so freaking slow that it just, like, it wouldn't matter. There's no time to do this anywhere near school. But after school, completely fine. Before school, no. After school, that's great. But yeah. And again, I only have 2 days this week, so it's not going to be that bad. But yeah, I enjoyed this. I didn't always completely enjoy it, because near the end I got really sad there. But yeah, this game is getting better. It's getting good. So I look forward to the rest of this. And I look forward to Nagito being even weirder as the game goes on, because that'd be really nice. And yeah, Excelsior. Never forget hope. Never forget it.